A lot of people in this generation are lost. They don't have any spirituality. They don't have faith. They don't have any trust, and they feel an empty void inside of them. And there's one simple answer to that. You don't have faith in anything. You don't have God by your side. Whether you want to start a business, whether you want to open a store, whether you want that degree, whether you want to move to a different place, no matter what your goals are, your goals should be surrounded and backed by God. You need to make sure whatever you're doing is blessed. And those of you who are watching this video, right? You might be doing some bad things. You might be selling drugs. You might be stealing money. You might be doing robberies. You might be making money in an illegal way. Or maybe it's just not about money. Maybe your life overall, you live in a non-righteous way. Everybody commits sin. It just matters when you put a stop to it. And I'm not here to preach to you and tell you what you're doing right or wrong, because I have a lot of things that I'm doing wrong that I need to correct too. But the point of this video is to let you know, if you have goals and aspirations and places you want to achieve and places you want to reach, you got to keep God in between that. Let's say it's you and your goal. What's in between you is either going to be God or the devil. It's either going to be blessed or cursed. Let me put it to you like this. Sometimes God puts good things and things that you might wish for in your life to test you and see what you're going to do good with. For example, let's say your wishes are to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to have a Lamborghini. I want to make $1 million a month, right? And God blesses you with all these things, but you don't have faith in God. You don't believe in God, but you just acquire all these things, which you probably know a lot of people in this world that, don't have religion, don't have faith, but have everything good in this world. And like I was saying, this could be a test from God. God might put all the good things in your life to see what you're going to do with. God might put all good things in your life and things that you were wishing for just to see what you're going to do with it. Let's say He gives you all the money in the world, all the cash, all the gold. What are you going to do? Are you going to be greedy with it, or are you going to give back? You can have everything in the world, and there's a lot of people out there, and you could be someone watching this video. You might be a billionaire, you might be a millionaire, you might be making very good money and live the best life and have everything that you possibly wanted. The wife you wanted, the kids, the family, the girlfriend, the yacht, the cars, the houses, the land, the watches, all earthly things, materialism. But deep inside, you have a void that has not been filled. Why? Here's the thing. Deep inside, you guys all need to be spiritual. You guys need to fall into a religion and follow it. And a lot of people might say, religion is made so they can control you and the government can control you. That's what limited-minded people say. Me, I'm Muslim. I follow my religion to the best of my abilities. And I ask God for refuge, and I ask God to take me on the right path because I'm sinful. I make mistakes just like you make mistakes. You could be a Christian, you could be a Jew, you could be any part of any other religions, not just the 3 Abrahamic religions. But the thing is, you need to try to be disciplined, try to do your best. Why I chose Islam and I stuck to this religion because it's a very disciplined religion. And you guys might say, oh, there's a whole bunch of rules. You have to do this, you have to do that. Yeah. When you really actually look into it, all of these things are meant to benefit you. When I'm speaking for Islam, the 3 Abrahamic religions are very similar, so I'm kind of speaking for all religions. Let's say God doesn't want you to drink. God doesn't want you to drink. You guys see what people that are drunk do sometimes. They do shit that they're not used to doing. They do stuff that they're not normally doing themselves. And also, alcohol doesn't just make you act erratically, it poisons you. Alcohol is a demon, At the end of the day, when you get blacked out and you don't remember what you're doing, what do you think happens to you? What do you think controls you? Why do you think you do things you don't normally do? Because that's not you doing. Like I said, I'm Muslim, right? Ramadan is coming up in about 20, 30 days. Why is Ramadan so good? And you're like, oh, God just wants you to fast because, He wants you to remember the poor people. Yes, that's a very good reason. You remembering the poor and actually appreciating everything that you have. A roof over your head, a phone in your pocket, food in your fridge. You remembering the poor by starving yourself from sun up to sun down. And that's not the only benefit. When you actually look into the scientifics of fasting, it detoxifies your body. It makes you feel better. Fasting has a lot of health benefits. Some benefits of fasting: it decreases inflammation. It helps you reduce your blood pressure. It helps increase functionality in our digestive system. It helps brain functionality. It makes your brain crisp and be able to make good decisions very clearly. Those are some benefits of fasting. The thing that I'm trying to tell you is God wants what's best for you. It's not to put these rules and regulations into your life. These rules and regulations are meant to make you a better person. Whether that's a better person emotionally, a better person physically, a better person financially, a better person spiritually, and overall increase your health. So guys, the whole point of this video is I want you to start including God into your life. How are you not going to pray to the being that created you and created everything that you have? And if you're watching this video right now, you probably have a phone, you probably have an iPad, you probably have a computer, you have Wi-Fi, and you're looking at me through a screen, and I'm talking to you, and you're blessed, and your stomach might be full, and you had a job that you worked. Even though you're working a job and you didn't want to work a job and you want to start your own business and escape that 9 to 5, you're blessed with a job. A lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of people wish to be in your position. A lot of people wish to be in your country. A lot of people wish to have your car. You know, there's a saying, the person that's on a wheelchair looks at the one that's walking and wishes they could walk. The one that's walking looks at the one with a bicycle and thinks and wishes he can have a bicycle. The one on the bicycle looks at the economic regular car and he wishes he can have that car. The one in the regular car looks at the supercar and they wish that they had a supercar. The one in the supercar looks at the helicopter and wishes they have a helicopter. You're always gonna look for that next level. So what I'm trying to do is tell you to appreciate everything that you have in your life right now, because it can be taken away in an instant. Alhamdulillah for everything that you have in this life. Guys, this life is temporary. It's going to end at a certain point. And don't let your time run out before you do good and turn back to God. Me personally, I had to find my way into educating myself on the religion, and I'm far from where I want to be. I still am a sinful person. I do bad things that I might think are bad, that you might think are good. I'm continuously still trying to get better. I'm not speaking in this video telling you I'm a perfect person, but I just want to get the word out there. Everybody starts somewhere. You don't have to be the perfect person, get rid of all your bad habits to devote your life to God. You can be a regular person. You can still be sinning every day. Try to at least pray once a day. Once a day. I'm not telling you to pray 5 times a day. At least once a day. You build up to twice, 3, 4, 5 times. And eventually you get to that point and you keep building onto there. Right? The snowball effect. You build that snowball, you throw it down the hill, and eventually the snowball keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Nothing happens overnight. For example, me, I make $50K a month with my business right now. That did not happen overnight. 2 years ago when I started my business at 18 years old, I was stupid. I didn't know what to do. I hired my mentor and then I learned about this business and I failed and I failed and I failed and I failed. What did I do? I kept getting back up. I stayed consistent. I stayed disciplined. That's the important part of everything. You stay disciplined. You stay consistent. With those 2 things, you include religion. You include your functionality in the gym. You include your functionality with your financial situation. You are going to increase all of those things. You are going to life max. Me, I stay consistent in the gym. You see what I'm saying? I stay consistent financially. That's why I got to this point. And I need to stay consistent spiritually so then I know everything about my religion and I can teach my kids what I know. You guys realize if you're young right now, you are going to have kids at some point. And maybe you're young and you have kids. It's not too late to learn and teach them. You need to set that good example. Personally, I wanted to get my finances right first and get my spirituality on point and my physicality on point while working all of them and having that balance. I wanted to get my time back, right? I wanted to get my time back in this life. I didn't want to work a 9 to 5. I worked a valet job before I started this business and I kept working until I had 3 units. Let me tell you a little bit about the business I do. I basically go on websites like Zillow and Apartments.com. I look for landlords. I reach out to them and say, can I rent your property? I furnish them. I put it on Airbnb and I collect it for profit. Let's say I have 5K in revenue and 3K in expenses. 5 minus 3 equals 2, so I walk away with $2,000. The owners are happy because they get their expenses and they get their rent paid. That's my business model. You know, you just have to be lucrative. You don't have to be the best, you just have to be faster than the slowest. So what I did with this business, I learned, scaled, and automated it to the point where now I'm making $50K a month and monthly residual income, and I have my business automated because I have my cleaners and handyman and virtual assistant taking everything on ground. What does that give me? That gives me time freedom. Freedom for myself to get better physically. Freedom to myself to get better spiritually. Me being able to actually do my 5 daily prayers. Me being able to actually trying to read. You know, I'm still trying to get better at reading. I'm not the best reader. I'm not the most perfect human, just like I was telling you guys. I have a lot of things that I need to get better with. And that's one of them. And I can admit that. And I can be vulnerable on the camera because I don't care who's watching this video. I don't care what you think about me. All I care is what God thinks about me, not you. You shouldn't be caring about what someone else thinks about you. You should be focusing on yourself, not other people, because other people's opinions don't matter. If I listened to another person's opinion when I'm first starting my business, where do you think I would be? Probably in college, probably working that same valet job. Because if I listen to people and their limited mindsets, then I would be nowhere. I wouldn't reach any of my goals. I wouldn't reach any of my aspirations. Take your own path, Lock in on your own path. By me doing that, I got better physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, and I'm still continuing and striving to get better every single day of my life. I make $50K a month now. I want to make $100K a month later. On this one account right here, I have, let me refresh it, $410,000 in the last 12 months. This is just one of my 3 Airbnb accounts. What does that show you? I'm valid. I actually make the money, and I say and I do the things that I tell you guys I do. If you guys want to better your life, what I'm going to tell you to do, watch through my videos. I try to give as much free game as possible. I also have a crash course, link in bio in the description. It's basically free. Guys, follow my Instagram right here. My Instagram, I spit a lot of free game. It's going to be very beneficial towards you. And you can also reach out to me if you have questions, whether that's, about religion, whether you got questions about getting big in the gym, or questions about my business overall, because I know I talk a lot about my business, but I like to talk about things like these because these are what's important in life. All this money, all this jewelry, all these watches, all these cars are not going to go with you to the grave. They're not going to go with you to heaven or hell. You're going to stay in this world, this worldly life. At the end of the day, we are all going to die at some point. You need to realize that. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be right now. But the thing is, you need to keep going. Keep striving for greatness. Keep getting better in this life and keep training for the afterlife. So then you can be prepared, so you're in a good position, so you can stand in front of God on the day of judgment and say, I did my best. I did my best, God. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you for watching the video. IG right here, crash course link in bio is basically free. And if you have any questions, reach out to me in the DM. I really hope you benefited from this video. Stay blessed, stay hungry, stay motivated, stay disciplined, and pray to God.